Fear is always there, whether we like it or not. The thing with fear is that it often cripples us and stops us from achieving our goals and pursuing our dreams. Mind you, this is not a video on how not to be scared, but rather a video on how to feel the fear and do it anyways. Hello everyone, my name is Situational, but you can call me the Dando Man, the best there is, there was, and there is to come. And once again, you've decided to watch Talking Smarts with the Dando Man. Don't forget to like, comment, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, that was weird. Okay, anyways, let's get to it. Today we'll be talking about feeling the fear and doing it anyways, based on the book by the late Susan Jeffers, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyways. We all experience fear some way or somehow, whether you're fat or thin, short or taller, in the middle, black or white, or even have orange hair. Some way, one way or another, we experience fear. The thing with fear is that it is divided into three categories or three different levels. The first level being situational oriented fears. Those fears are fears of things that actually happen, like the fear of aging, dying, or illness. Or those things that require action, such as going back to school or driving, etc. The second level of fear are those fears that involve the ego, the inner state of mind. So those are fears of rejection, success, failures, and so on. And the third level is the foundation of all fears, the fear of I can't handle it. And this is the root of all fears, whereby you fear that you can't handle anything that life throws at you. Now, before we go on with this video, what I want you to do is listen to my voice and look into my eyes, and you will fall into a trance. Just kidding, we're not gonna do that yet. But what I really need you to do is think about what your fears are and why you have those fears, and keep that in mind as we go on with this video. Now, here's the truth about fear. Your fears will never go away so long as you continue to grow. And that's not a bad thing. So long as you're starting new things and exploring new avenues of life, your fears will always be there. For example, with me, I was a drama student at high school. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, can this guy even act? Come on. Frailty, thy name is woman. The name's Bond. James Bond. Anyways, now that my point is proven, we had a drum production at school, and we had auditions to go to, and I was afraid of being rejected. I had that fear of being rejected, but I actually went there and got accepted, and that fear diminished, and a new fear arose within me, and that was the fear of not messing up. You know, I had a fear of being in front of the stage and messing up my lines, but I actually did it, and it went very well, by the way. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that so long as you're doing new things or continuing on your path of growth, your fears will continue to grow as well. Your fears will continue to be there as well. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it shows growth. Whenever your fears are also growing with you, it shows growth. But the thing is, those fears don't have any hold or power over you, because you are doing what you want to do. Which leads me to the second truth about fear, which is, in order for the fear of doing something to diminish or vanquish or vanish, or whatever word it means, disappear, you have to go out there and do it. So whatever you're afraid of, do it. As I was saying in my example, that I was afraid of going to the auditions and being rejected, but I did it, and that fear went away. I was afraid of performing, but I performed, and that fear went away. So long as you're doing what you're afraid of doing, those fears eventually go away. And the final truth about fear is that everyone experiences fear whenever they are in unfamiliar territory. So don't be afraid that you're the only one who is afraid just because you're doing something new. Everyone experiences that type of fear. You know, your fears make you human and not Thanos. Okay. Now, as human beings, we hold fear from two positions. either from the position of pain or position of power. When we hold fear from the position of pain, that's when our fears make us feel helpless. That's when our fears make us feel depressed. That's when our fears paralyze us and stop us from being able to do what we want to do. But on the flip side, when we hold our fears from the position of power, those fears don't have any hold or power over us. We have choice. We decide what we want to do, and we are the masters of our own fate, because that's what fear tries to do. It tries to take away the power from us. It tries to take away the control from us. But what we need to do is move from the position of pain to the position of power. We need to be able to regain control over our lives. And once we start doing that, that's when we can live a fulfilled life, breaking free from the chains of fear. And how can we move from the position of pain to power? By taking responsibility for our lives. How do we take responsibility for our lives? No excuses. Don't blame others for what happens to your life. Don't blame others for the situation that you are in, for the decisions that you've made, for how you are feeling. Because once you do that, you relinquish that responsibility. You are basically saying that other people are in charge of what happens in your life. But not blaming others does not mean you should blame yourself. Don't make yourself a victim of yourself. Come on now. Someone did not hear me. I said, don't make yourself a victim of yourself. You are bigger than that. You are better than that. Don't blame yourself for what happens in your life. Taking responsibility does not mean blaming yourself for what happens, but rather it is being aware of the parts of your life where you are not taking responsibility and start acting on it. Taking responsibility means figuring out what you want from life and actually doing it. Taking the first step to doing what you want to do, because it starts by starting. So find out what you want to do in life and just do it. And finally, taking responsibility requires you to see and navigate the different choices you have in the many situations that you come across. My favorite character of all time, Harvey Specter, says, "And what are your choices when someone puts a gun to your head?" And Mike says, and Harvey says, "Wrong. You take the gun, or you pull out a bigger one, or you call their bluff, or you do any one of 146 other things. If you can't think for yourself, then maybe I'm cut out for this." In life, there are more than 146 other things you can do in a situation. So don't think that you're constricted into one choice, into one decision that will take you out of whatever box or mess that you are in. What you should do is look at the 146 other things that you can do. Another thing you should do is start thinking positively, because positive thinking will lead you to lead a positive life. And thinking positively is a skill, and you need to be able to cultivate it. You need to be intentional in thinking positively. So it's not being unrealistic, but rather it's looking at life from a different viewpoint. You don't look at the problem as a problem or something terrible, but you look at it as an opportunity for you to learn, as an opportunity for you to grow. You need to be able to be intentional in your positive thinking. That means that thinking positive thoughts all the time, or most of the time. You get what I'm saying? But when negative people see that you are growing, they'll try by all means to pull you back because of their inadequacies, because of their own failures. Those negative people are anchors. Cut them loose. Get rid of them and get to that path to power. And then start saying yes. Start saying yes to life. Whatever challenges life brings at you, start saying yes. Start taking more risks, because when you take more risks, you are able to extend or expand your comfort zone. And once you do that, you become, confident in your abilities, and you are able to trust yourself and your capability. And you start feeling better about yourself. Saying yes means that you have to start exploring new things, not focusing on one thing in your life, but many other things in your life, so that you can live a wholesome life. Saying yes to life means that whatever challenges may come your way, whatever challenges life will throw at you, you'll be able to knock them out of the park. So, say yes. It starts with action. Remember when I asked you to think about their fears and why? What I need you to do right now is write down your fears. Write down the reason why you have those fears. And then take that page or whatever it is, then paste it on the wall. Then each and every morning when you wake up, look at that fear, look at those fears, and say, I will handle it. Repeat that affirmation many times. I will handle it. I will handle it. I will handle it. That automatically programs it in your brain that those challenges, those fears will not have any hold over you, that you'll be able to handle them. And what I need you to do also is try new things. Start doing new things. Start exploring. Start living a life that is adventurous. Try something new each and every day, or every week, or every month. Do something new. Do something that will take you out of your comfort zone so that you are not held prisoner by your own fears. Kick that fear to the back seat and take control of the steering wheel, because this is your life. And one more thing that I need you to do is do the 100-day challenge. So what I need you to do is do something that makes you uncomfortable. Do something that makes you scared each and every day for 100 days. I'll also do it with you and hopefully report back 100 days later, even though I don't know when that will be. And one more thing, accept what you can't control. The problem with many people is that they feel that they can control everything. But if you think that you can control everything and you fail to control those things, then you won't be able to be satisfied with yourself. But what you need to do, or what you need, is that serenity within you, that to accept the things that you can't control and the courage to control the things that you can. See what I did there? Yeah. Anyways, hope I don't get sued. Action will be the key to your success. It starts by starting. It starts by getting up and doing it. It starts by saying yes. It starts by trying new things. It starts by not letting your fears hold you back. That will make you not a prisoner, but a master of your own life. We were born to manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, but it's in all of us. And as we let our light shine, that unconsciously gives others the permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. So take the first step. Relinquish your fears. And I would like to shout out to a friend of mine, Andile Nale, who has been diagnosed with cancer. Now, Andile Nale posted something very powerful to me. She wrote a letter to her cancer saying that it shall no longer hold her captive, that she will conquer and she will survive. Now I'd like you to all put her in your prayers and your thoughts. She will conquer and she will get through this. And that's taking back control of your life. That's moving from pain to power. And I'm proud of her for that, and I will continue to support her as best as I can. Now, as for me, the Dando Man, I am out. Don't forget to like, share, comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel. And remember, you'll never turn your dreams into a reality while you're still asleep.